Hey everyone, I thought I'd do a very quick review of this great little pocketable camera called Olympus pen. These were introduced in the 60s by Olympus and they continued on until I believe 1983. The model that I have is the EE-3 model, which you can see by the sign that it has up here at the top. And this was a model that was brought in on the market from 1973 to 1983. Basically what this is what they call a half-frame camera, and so what that means is this camera actually takes a negative that's a size of half of a normal 35mm film. So if you, for instance, put in a 24mm film, 24 shot film in there, you would get 48 shots out of it. If you put 36, you would get 72. The interesting part about this camera, I think, is that it's basically fully automatic. So there's really nothing much for you to adjust here, not even focus, not the aperture, not the shutter speed. You basically point and shoot. I got mine from Japan just recently, and I took it for a whirl, and I was really amazed at actually what I was able to do with it. One of the interesting things that you can do with this camera is what's called diptychs or triptychs, where you basically take 2 or 3 shots that are meant to be presented as a whole, and then you end up with basically not a half frame but a full frame, or maybe even a frame and a half in terms of what a regular 35mm would give you. So let's just take a quick spin around it and I'll show you a few things about it. So first of all, what you have around the lens here is the light meter, basically. It's an array that does not require a battery, so it's self-powered. If it works, it actually does a really good job at metering the light, at least for my applications and with the camera that I own. The camera actually has a 28mm f/35 lens, 3.5, and you're not going to actually get 28mm with it. It's going to be more of an equivalent of about 40mm, 45mm or so, which is what your regular 35mm conversion is. If you really think about it, it's actually a little bit of a grandfather of the micro four thirds cameras we have today, because they also have a conversion factor of almost 2 to 1. So you pop your film in there, and I have film in mine right now, so I'm not going to do that, but you would just open this little lever that holds it closed, and then the back opens up. You put the film in like you usually would, nothing unusual there. You can see through the viewfinder there. You really got nothing else to look at but this up-down kind of portrait rather than a landscape arrangement, and the reason why is because that's how the actual half frame looks like when the picture is taken. Of course you can turn the camera sideways like this and take your landscape photograph with it anyway. So you put the film in and you just wind it with this little wheel in the back, and you wait until you get up to 1, and then you're ready to shoot. I just love the look of this little film counter here. I think it's pretty sleek looking. You also have a hot shoe up here at the top, since we're already looking at the top of it. And so if you connect that with the PS200 Olympus flash, you can actually use the guide numbers which are published here. And so as you can see here at GN14, you can select the distance you are from the object, and then it's going to adjust the aperture appropriately for that. If you are shooting with film, no flash, then you just put the film speed on there. And so I'm shooting with 200 film right now, so I'm just going to set the camera to 200 like I just did, and then you're ready to go. Really not much to it. When you're ready to release the film because you're done with it, you press this button here like you usually would, and you get a hold of this little winder and you just wind the film back. You open up the back of the camera and take your film out, and you're ready for development. Anyway, I think these little things are awesome, and if you go to my website or follow the link that I've posted together with this video, you're going to see some photographs that I've taken with it. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a good day.